Hello, amazing ones. Barbara Fay, Spirit Medium here, and I'd like to just take a moment to talk a little bit about grief. I'm asked quite often because I can see those on the other side if grief is easier for me. And I always say it's not easy for anybody. There is something about no longer being able to hold a person's hand or touch a person or hearing their voice. When I speak with those on the other side, it's their words and my voice in my head. I don't hear their intonation unless it's my mother, because her and I sounded alike. So I could almost say I can hear my mother's voice, but I don't, and I miss her dearly. And I do go through the grieving process just like everybody else. And certain people in my life had taken me longer to um, work through, if you will, work through the different stages of grief. And there are many different stages of grief, and you're all very likely, when you love someone, going to have to work through each and every one of them. You may breeze through several of the steps easier than others, depending on where you're at, but you will always miss them. But the only thing I can share about all of this is please trust me when I say you are always, always, always surrounded by those you love. Always. And whether or not you see, hear, or feel them does not mean it isn't so. And the one thing I tell people is when you get in better space after the loss of a loved one, very often you will start seeing signs from them. You will start feeling like you can hear them. You will start seeing things that you remember that they love out of the blue. And it does get easier with time if you're open and you continue to communicate with them. The more you communicate with them, the easier the grieving process is for you, I believe, and also the easier and I know this to be a fact, the easier it is for them to send you signs that they're around. I hope that this was a fairly helpful for you, just knowing that we all will go through it, regardless of whether or not you are intuitive, a medium, psychic, or your religious beliefs, the strong faith you have in the hereafter. It is very likely you still will have to go through the grieving process. And know that I'm here. If I can be of any support to you, I will gladly help you in any way I can. I hope you're having a glorious day. Big hug, and you know I love you. Bye.